Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another RF Crypto video. Today's markets are doing very well. Actually, the whole weekend was positive for cryptocurrencies. When I last made a video on Thursday, the crypto market's global market cap was around 1.8, 1.9 trillion, and today we see it massively over the $2 trillion psychological level. It even went over and above that, and it's standing at 2.12 trillion, which is obviously a 5% increase from yesterday. But compared to last week, Bitcoin has gone up by 14% and Ethereum has gone up by 15%. And the whole market has gone up by approximately these amounts in the last week. BNB up by 10%, Cardano up by 32% since last week. So whoever invested in Cardano and Solana, well done. That's some healthy profit right there. Obviously, Dogecoin had gone up since last week because of Bitcoin of America's implementation of Dogecoin into its systems, specifically into their ATMs. So the whole markets are doing well. Last week I said that there were a lot of factors which points to a potential bull run. I'm not sure if we're in a bull run yet, but I can confidently say that this is at least a mini bull run happening in the markets right now. Looking at the Bitcoin charts, we see that from 22nd of March until the 27th of March, the prices were hovering between the $42,000 level, which was the support level, and the $47,000 level, and the $45,000 level, which was the resistance level. Ever since then, we see here that yesterday at 8 p.m. approximately, there was a massive green candle. And if you look down here at the activity, there was a massive buy-up of Bitcoin. And this caused the price to overshoot the $45,000 resistance level all the way up to its new resistance level of 47,000, and it's kind of trading laterally there ever since. So for the last 12 hours, it's been trading and it's been teasing this $47,000 level. So with that, we can clearly ascertain that 45,000 is the new support level and 47,000 is the new resistance level. And we'll see how that trades if nothing else happens, if there's no more good news, or if there's nothing else that pushes Bitcoin up. Then we'll see the prices trading between the $45,000 and $47,000 bands. But if good news comes, we might see the price of Bitcoin beat through the $47,000 resistance level and shoot up and reach maybe $50,000. However, if there's bad news, if there's any small bad news, I think the prices will just go down to test the $45,000 support level. But if there's any significant bad news, then the prices will break the support level and keep going down to 42,000. But at this point, everything looks positive and the crypto markets, so I don't see it going down. I think the only way that Bitcoin will trade is either laterally or up. So Bitcoin and Ethereum spiked by 5% in 24 hours amid crypto market Sunday surge, as we spoke about a few minutes ago. It's not immediately clear what caused the rebound, but it is a likely combination of many factors that have been gestating over the short and long term, including crypto news and broader market trends. So for example, the S&P 500 has risen for a week straight, and Bitcoin's correlation with stocks is at a 17-month high. It's around 0.5, 0.51. The range is 0 to 1, which 0 is not correlated at all, with 1 being perfectly correlated. So because the S&P has gone up because of mitigated fears of inflation and mitigated fears of an economic slowdown, the S&P has reacted positively. And because the correlation is quite high, Bitcoin follows it. And because the broader crypto market still follows Bitcoin to a certain extent, the broader market also followed Bitcoin, which followed the S&P. In addition to this, Do Kwon, the creator of Terra, said in a Twitter Spaces that he plans to buy billions of dollars in Bitcoin and keep it as a reserve to back the stablecoin Terra USD or UST. Luna's Foundation's official Bitcoin wallet address currently holds over $1.1 billion in Bitcoin, and Kwon plans to accumulate up to $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. So right now, Bitcoin is being used as a reserve currency. As this news analysis piece says, on March 14, Do Kwon, the founder of Terraform Labs, announces UST was going to be backed by a $10 billion reserve of Bitcoin, and if successful, UST could become a dollar stablecoin backed by completely auditable, transparent, and decentralized digital asset, and that's a big deal. You won't need to trust Do Kwon that the collateral is there, nor an accounting firm that will qualify its assurances with weasel words. You will be able to see for yourself on the blockchain that the UST in circulation is actually backed by Bitcoin. What this means is that no longer you need audits, no longer do you need to pay hefty accounting fees, and it also means that Bitcoin no longer is a store of value and a method of payment, but it's being used as a reserve currency for stablecoins. This is a massive, massive, massive deal. And it also decreases the chances of manipulation of the accounting books, where companies, they usually overestimate their assets in order to make them seem more solvent and in order to make them seem like they're performing better than they actually are. Here, there's no possibility for Do Kwon or Terra to lie about the reserves, because they might say something. You, me, or anyone else in this world can just go to the public blockchain and verify that their words are correct, because their wallets are available to the public. So if Do Kwon says we have $10 billion worth of Bitcoin backing our UST, you can just go to their wallets in the blockchain and see if they actually have $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. And it's as simple as that. Going back here, Bitcoin balances on exchanges are also at their lowest in more than 3 years, according to Glassnode, which signals increased demand and an interest in moving Bitcoin off exchanges via cold storage methods like hardware wallets. So if you can see in this chart here, the number of Bitcoin in exchanges like your Bytes and your Binance is going down for months now. I mean, it's going down more aggressively in the last few weeks. So what this means is that people are hodling. People don't want to sell their Bitcoin. People are removing Bitcoin from exchanges and storing it in hardware wallets. They're holding it for a specific purpose. Maybe they want to invest in other projects, or, which is more likely, they're holding or they're hodling because they think that the price of Bitcoin is only gonna go up. Also, another reason why crypto is doing so well, although it's not a major reason, it's still a reason why it's pushing the prices up, is that Ukraine has officially legalized cryptocurrency and has continued accepting donations in the form of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, and Dogecoin. Up to date, they've already raised $100 million, which is a massive amount. And the fact that a whole country is legalizing cryptocurrency sends a massively positive signal to the crypto markets. It means that it's gaining worldwide acceptance. Even though this is a result of a conflict, it doesn't deny the fact that cryptocurrencies in this country has been finally legalized. Moving on to the famous Janet Yellen. She said something that also caused the price of Bitcoin to go up and the crypto markets to go up as well. What did she say? She says crypto innovation can be a healthy thing. Remember that Janet Yellen has never been a crypto fan. She's always been against crypto, saying that they're being used for illicit transactions and they're being used for money laundering and terrorist financing. But now, she has somewhat warmed up to cryptocurrencies, and her current attitude is not wholly negative. She says that she has a little bit of skepticism because there are valid concerns, like I said before, money laundering and terrorist financing. But on the other hand, there are benefits from crypto, and we recognize that innovation in the payment system can be a healthy thing. She also suggested, for the first time by the way, that Bitcoin and digital assets are not a fad. Crypto has obviously grown by leaps and bounds, and it's now playing a significant role, not really so much in transactions, but in the investment decisions of lots of Americans. A large number of Americans have now tapped into crypto, and she can't deny this. She can't dissuade people from investing in crypto because so many people already invested in it. And now she's finally seeing the advantages of crypto, so it's a good sign. She obviously has reservations about crypto because she thinks that it may be used for illicit activities, but there might be evidence contrary to her big ticket worries that caused her to shift her tone, such that criminal enterprises still prefer cash for money laundering because of blockchain's traceability. And this is a very important point that people have been trying to raise. Governments have been saying, oh no, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, it's being used by terrorists, it's being used money laundering. But they can be tracked in the public. And if you have proper legislation and if you have a task force that is set up to combat cryptocurrency crime, which includes money laundering and terrorist financing, then they can easily trace these funds because it's public. You just need the right skills. And the fact that she said this is very, very important because President Biden this month asked the Treasury Department and other government agencies with beginning the process of creating a regulatory framework for the crypto industry. So the executive order by President Biden gives agencies several months, so I think until the end of the year, to deliver strategies on everything from ensuring crypto can't effectively be used in terrorism financing to outlining consumer protection safeguards, all while maintaining an American edge of innovation. The goal, said Yellen, is to provide recommendations that will create a regulatory environment in which healthy innovation occurs. And I think this is the most important part. I think the US government is now realizing that cryptocurrency and digital assets and blockchain has a lot of potential, and they shouldn't ignore it and they shouldn't trivialize it, nor should they make it the villain. They should actually embrace it. So what they're doing, they're taking it in, they're ordering the Treasury Department and other government agencies to come up with a regulation that creates a healthy environment for cryptos to work, but at the same time to protect the customers in the sense that they don't fall prey to scams and that it is not used for terrorist financing nor money laundering. They're trying to create a balance of regulatory protection and innovation. In other news, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil is to accept Bitcoin for real estate taxes from 2023. And this cause is led by the Brazilian Mayor Eduardo Paes. So he says that to enable the operation of receiving cryptocurrencies in the form of taxes, the municipality will hire companies specialized in converting crypto assets into reais, which is Brazil's official currency. In this way, the city hall will receive 100% of the amount in the currency, which makes sense because they want to maximize revenue and they want to maximize the adoption and implementation of cryptocurrencies and its homologation with the economy. So hiring crypto companies to convert the crypto into reais as a first step is good news. In the future, the city hall might even open their own wallets and accept cryptocurrencies without going through any intermediaries to convert crypto assets into reais, which will cut costs even further. Also, earlier this year on January 29th, Meta, the world's biggest social media platform, filed a trademark registration with the Brazilian authorities to design, develop, and provision hardware and software for various Bitcoin and crypto-related services. So South America is proving itself to be a very, very, very big hub for crypto, or a potential big hub for crypto, because there's a sort of tug of war going on between Latin American countries, such that they're trying to outcompete each other for who has the most conducive environment for crypto companies to be set up and for crypto trading to take place. So we'll see who wins. At the moment, Brazil looks very promising because they have economic stability, they have somewhat social stability if you exclude the crime, and their stance in terms of regulation to crypto is lax and it's very conducive. And as you can see here, the mayor of Brazil shook hands with Binance CEO to open an office in Rio. That tells you that Binance, one of the biggest, if not the biggest crypto company in the world in terms of exchanges, is opening a company in Rio, means that Brazil is proving itself to be a major, major force to be reckoned with in the crypto industry, especially in South America. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you for watching. Invest wisely, and cheers.